What is up, 12s? Huge news coming out of the VMAC as the front office just made a strategic move to bolster our offensive line depth right before mandatory minicamp. We've just officially brought in a veteran offensive tackle with over 100 games of NFL experience to compete for a spot in the trenches. Is this the missing piece to keep our front protected for the long haul? You need to see how this impacts our roster rotation and what it means for our depth chart. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers by hitting that button. Your support fuels our passion for the Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks have officially bolstered their offensive line ahead of mandatory minicamp by signing veteran offensive tackle Bobby Hart. The 31-year-old blocker brings a wealth of professional experience to the organization, having logged 108 career appearances with 75 total starts throughout his decade-long NFL tenure. This addition arrives as the team looks to solidify its depth chart during the final stages of spring workouts. To accommodate the new arrival on the current 90-man roster, the front office confirmed that they have waived rookie wide receiver Levi Wentz. Bobby Hart enters the building with a seasoned resume that includes stops with the New York Giants, Cincinnati Bengals, Tennessee Titans, Buffalo Bills, Detroit Lions, Washington Commanders, and most recently, the Los Angeles Chargers. During his 2025 campaign with the Chargers, he saw action in 10 games, including 8 starts. By securing a player with this level of familiarity with the demands of the league, the team is prioritizing seasoned personnel to navigate the transition into high-intensity minicamp sessions. His presence is designed to provide immediate support at the tackle position, ensuring that the group remains balanced while the coaching staff manages individual workloads. As the team prepares for mandatory minicamp, which runs from June 9th through June 11th, the focus remains on building a robust front that can withstand the rigors of the upcoming season. Bobby Hart joins the organization at a moment when the internal competition for roster spots is beginning to intensify. With his signing now confirmed, the focus shifts toward his integration into the scheme, providing the depth necessary to maintain consistency across the offensive front as the roster continues to evolve throughout the current offseason program. Go Hawks! The decision to bring in Bobby Hart is anchored in his extensive history as a primary right tackle, specifically highlighting his reliability during 2 full seasons in Cincinnati, where he started all 16 games in both 2018 and 2019. This level of availability is a significant factor for any team navigating the spring calendar. Coaches often look to balance the reps of established starters with the development of younger prospects, and having a veteran who understands the professional standard helps achieve that balance without risking the health of core players. While Bobby Hart is officially listed as an offensive tackle, his career game logs indicate past experience at the guard position as well, though the organization's explicit announcement focuses on his role at tackle. This clarification is important, as it helps define the specific tactical purpose of his acquisition. By managing the load on the offensive line, the team can effectively protect younger players from being overwhelmed too early in the cycle, while maintaining a competitive environment in the trenches. The timing of this move coincides with the conclusion of OTAs, providing the coaching staff with a fresh set of eyes on the group just before the mandatory minicamp starts. The addition serves as insurance, ensuring that the team is not left short-handed should any minor setbacks occur within the rotation. Every rep during this period is an opportunity to evaluate how new additions like Bobby Hart mesh with existing personnel. By prioritizing depth, the team ensures that the overall standard of performance in the room remains high, keeping the developmental track on schedule, regardless of which individual is taking the primary reps during these early summer sessions of training. Why does this matter right now for the team? The acquisition of Bobby Hart is a strategic measure aimed at fortifying the offensive line depth at a crucial juncture of the offseason. With mandatory minicamp approaching, the team is currently managing the roster to ensure full coverage across all positions, especially along the front. The importance of this move lies in the immediate availability of a player who has handled significant regular season responsibilities. While internal reports from Field Gulls noted that starting right guard Anthony Bradford left an OTA practice early with a minor knee issue, leading to Christian Haynes stepping into those reps, Bobby Hart provides a different type of insurance. Even though he is not a one-for-one replacement for a guard, he adds high-level experience to the tackle rotation, allowing the organization to be more flexible with how they deploy players throughout the line. This type of depth is vital for maintaining the stability of the offensive front. Protecting the integrity of the line is a constant priority for the team, as they look toward the challenges of a long season. By adding Bobby Hart, they are effectively raising the floor of the room, ensuring that even if injuries or unforeseen circumstances arise, there is a veteran present who understands the nuances of the position and has faced high-pressure situations. This depth allows for better management of the 90-man roster, ensuring that no single position group becomes a point of vulnerability. It is about creating a buffer that allows the coaching staff to operate with confidence, knowing that the players entering the practice field during minicamp are equipped to maintain the standard of play expected within the system as they progress toward training camp. The signing of Bobby Hart underscores the current philosophy of the organization. Regarding roster construction, throughout this offseason, the team has been proactive in adding veteran competition and role-specific depth to the fringes of the squad. Bobby Hart is the latest example of this approach, representing a move that focuses on utility and experience rather than a splashy acquisition. The corresponding move to waive Levi Wentz, an undrafted rookie receiver, illustrates the crowded nature of the team's receiving room and the necessity of prioritizing experienced blockers. The front office is clearly emphasizing the need for reliable depth in the trenches as a prerequisite for success. By securing a player who has 75 career starts under his belt, the team is minimizing the learning curve for their new addition. Bobby Hart understands the pace and physical requirements of the professional game, which makes him a valuable asset for minicamp and the eventual transition into the full contact environment of training camp. The team has consistently looked for ways to increase competition at the bottom of the roster, forcing everyone to earn their place. This strategy helps create a culture where every snap counts, as veterans and younger players alike compete for limited spots. For the offensive line specifically, Bobby Hart brings a level of continuity, as he has navigated various schemes throughout his time in New York, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Tennessee, Detroit, Washington, and Los Angeles. His presence is expected to facilitate a smoother flow of practice sessions, providing another body to rotate through the tackle spots. This move is indicative of a front office that prefers to address potential depth concerns well before they become actual impediments to the team's performance on the field during the regular season. Looking ahead, the role of Bobby Hart will be defined by his performance throughout the mandatory minicamp and the upcoming training camp sessions. While his experience is a clear asset, he will still be required to prove his value to the staff in order to secure a definitive spot on the final roster. The team's offensive line picture will become significantly clearer once the pads come on and the intensity of the sessions moves from controlled drills to more competitive game-like scenarios. For Bobby Hart, the challenge is to demonstrate that his veteran presence can contribute to the team's current goals. The fact that the team acted now, rather than waiting for a larger problem to manifest, suggests a calculated approach to roster management. By integrating a player with his background at this stage, they are maximizing the time available for evaluation. The offensive line remains one of the most critical units for any team with high ambitions, and the addition of Bobby Hart provides an extra layer of security. The narrative surrounding his arrival is not one of a dramatic shakeup, but rather a focus on consistency, reliability, and preparedness. As the team moves through mandatory minicamp, his development and integration will be monitored closely. The organization has taken a step to bolster its depth, ensuring that the competition for roster spots remains active, and the overall quality of the front remains a priority. The move effectively rounds out the current offensive line room, providing the necessary depth to navigate the summer months. Whether Bobby Hart ultimately secures a place as a key rotational piece or simply provides the necessary competition to push younger players, his arrival is a clear signal of the team's commitment to maintaining a deep and capable roster throughout the entire 2026 campaign.